Speaking of New Year's, thousands of workers are getting pay raises for the new year. The state minimum wage gets a slight bump next week. Some Eyewitness News reporter Nikki Dementri tells us how local businesses are preparing for what could be a challenge.
On Monday, Western New York will see a 70-cent minimum wage increase to an hourly pay of $11.10. For the past 2 years, businesses have budgeted for these pay hikes, but they're still feeling the heat, including small businesses in Buffalo's Elmwood Village.
For a lot of the small businesses, it's the same in that we treat our employees more like family.
Owner Therese Dutchlander is speaking about her 2 employees. Currently, she pays them more than minimum wage.
But again, I mean, it does require going and looking at the books and making sure, because you want to keep it consistent, and so I don't want to just now pay them minimum wage when before they were getting paid above minimum wage.
Wages are going to keep increasing until they hit $15. Dutchlander says it is impossible for her to cut prices since local artisans set them for her. But looking towards the future,
certainly yes, changes would have to be made to accommodate the eventual $15 increase.
Just a few blocks away stands the Treehouse Toy Store.
I think for us as a small business, it is part of our our routine.
Owners Gaetana Schuckler and her husband employ 3 people. Their concerns aren't focused on just finding room in their budget for an increase in pay, but also for other expenses impacted by minimum wage.
I certainly can't just go, well, we're going to raise things 20%. We'd be out of business. We literally will sit down and go through line by line to see how we can run our business smarter.
And overall, it affects the type of employee they now want to hire.
We look for people who have retail experience. We look for people who have years of job experience. It's not an on-the-job sort of training of your first job anymore.
Both owners agree moving forward, it'll be harder to shape their respective budgets to allow for a growing minimum wage.
I definitely am considering it now and preparing for it now and just keeping in the back of my mind that this is happening because it affects everything.
Now, just to reiterate, the pay rate hike depends on where you live in the state. If you live downstate in Manhattan, large businesses are going to see that rise all the way up to $15. Here in Western New York, it's only going to be $11.10 this year, but it's going to annually raise until it reaches the $15 mark. Now, this all begins on Monday. Live in the newsroom tonight, Nikki Dementri, 7 Eyewitness News.